What's going on? My name is Russ Hawkins, and if you've been dealing with the same pain for months or even years, you might have tried physical therapy, stretching, strengthening, maybe even got some manual work done, and it keeps coming back within a week or two. This video that I'm making now is going to explain exactly why that happens. And the answer is not your muscle, it's your nervous system and something I like to call the threat loop cascade. Now, what exactly is the threat loop cascade? Your body experiences a threat. Could be an injury, chronic stress, poor sleep, something as simple as sitting in a chair for 8 hours a day. Your nervous system detects that threat, and the second it does, your body goes into what is I like to call a lockdown. Your diaphragm stops moving through its full range of motion, your glutes go offline, your core muscles tighten up, and your low back, or wherever you're weak, that's where the pain shows up. Now here's the key. That cascade was supposed to be temporary. The threat happens, your nervous system protects you, and then once the threat passes, it's supposed to reset. But for most people dealing with chronic pain, that reset never happened. Your nervous system is still perceiving the threat, even though the injury healed possibly months ago. So you keep getting stuck in the same loop. You feel better for a day or two after your session, and then you're right back to where you started. So because the shutdown happens in a very specific order, the restart works in reverse. I want you to remember that. That is very important. First, the threat detection. The nervous system receives a signal from injury, stress, a movement pattern that feels unsafe. It doesn't have to be a big injury. Sometimes it's just repetitive stress, a desk job that you've been working for years, poor sleep that has accumulated. But whenever that threat signal comes in, the nervous system goes into protection mode. Then the diaphragm locks. The first muscle to shut down is almost always your diaphragm. When the nervous system detects a threat, it switches off your parasympathetic tone, the part of your nervous system that's supposed to keep you calm and breathing normally. Your diaphragm tightens up, stops moving through its full range, and the second that happens, your breathing becomes shallow. Your intra-abdominal pressure, IAP, it drops, and now your core can't stabilize properly. So what does your body do then? It recruits the next layer down, your QL, your quadratus lumborum, the muscle at the side of your low back. It wakes up to stabilize your spine. Your erector spinae muscle tightens. Your glutes should fire to help, but they're getting mixed signals from the nervous system. So they stay offline, and now your low back is doing all the work by itself. That's when pain shows up. Not because your low back is weak, it's really not. It's because it's being forced to do a job it was never designed to do alone. And here's where it gets more dangerous. Every time you move, every time you feel that pain, your nervous system gets another confirmation. Yeah, there's still a threat here. So it locks in the pattern even harder. You feel tightness, you stretch, it feels good for maybe 30 minutes, and then it snaps right back. You try to strengthen it, that feels good in the session, then the next day, you're tight again. You're stuck on a hamster wheel, and most people think the solution is more stretching, more strengthening, more aggressive treatment. But like I have been saying in my previous videos and my content on Instagram, that's like turning off the fire alarm instead of putting out the fire. The alarm is the pain. It's not the problem. The fire, the nervous system threat signal, is where you need to start. Now here's what most people get wrong. They see pain in the low back, so when you go to get treatment, that's where the treatment occurs. They see tight glutes, so you stretch your glutes. You see a weak core, so someone says go do some planks, or you do some research online to do some planks. But if the entry point of the cascade was your diaphragm, if the problem had started there, no amount of low back work is going to fix it. You're treating downstream when you need to go upstream. The shutdown happened in order, the restart works in reverse. And the entry point is almost never where the pain is. When someone comes to me with low back pain, the first thing I'm asking is not, does your low back hurt when you do this? The first thing is, can your diaphragm breathe? Can your glutes fire? Are you stuck in sympathetic tone, which is fight or flight mode? Or can you access your parasympathetic nervous system? Because until you reset the nervous system threat signal, your body is going to keep protecting that low back. And protection looks like tightness, stiffness, or pain. You don't strengthen your way out, you signal your way out. Now, how we break that loop. This is very important. Please pay attention. So we need to do a nervous system reset. And the first thing you have to do is signal to your nervous system that the threat has passed. Most people skip this. They go straight to exercises. But you can't exercise your way out of a nervous system that's still in protection mode. It's like trying to turn on a light when the circuit breaker is tripped. As you see, I like to use a lot of analogies. Hopefully that makes sense to you guys. The switch works fine, the wiring is fine, but nothing happens. So we start with what I call nervous system resets, breath work that reactivates your parasympathetic tone, specific postures that signal safety to your body, movement patterns that tell your nervous system, hey, we're actually okay now. You can lower your guard a little bit. Once the nervous system gets the signal, we restore the diaphragm's full range of motion. Not through stretching, through breathing drills that retrain the diaphragm to move the way it's supposed to. The second your diaphragm comes back online, your intra-abdominal pressure improves. Remember, your IAP improves. Your core can actually do its job and stabilize again, and now your low back doesn't have to do all the work. With the nervous system reset and your diaphragm finally moving, now your glutes can actually respond to training. Before, when they weren't firing correctly, training them was pointless. Now, specific glute activation patterns wake them back up. And when your glutes are online, your low back finally gets to relax. Once the nervous system, diaphragm, and glutes are all coordinating again, you retrain movement patterns, rows, deadlifts, whatever you want to do, but now your body knows how to distribute the load across the whole posterior chain instead of dumping it all on your low back. And here's what happens. The pain doesn't just feel better, it stays better because you fixed the loop. You didn't just treat the symptom, you reset the cascade. Now, if you're dealing with chronic pain that keeps coming back, if you tried everything in the past and nothing really sticks, there's a good chance your nervous system is still locked in the threat loop cascade. And if that resonates with you, here's what I want you to do. Click the link below in the description and book a one-on-one call with me to understand where you're at, where you want to be in the next couple months, and let's see if we can get you there. Or send me a message on Instagram saying restore, and I'll reply immediately. Tell me which side of your body is always tighter or which movement never feels quite right. And that's just really one detail, and I'll send you back a quick breakdown of what I'm seeing in your pattern. That breakdown is going to tell you exactly where the cascade is, which is where you're most likely stuck, and where and how to start. You don't have to guess anymore. So shoot me that DM, book that call with me. I'm going to see you in the next one. Fix your pain, find your purpose again.